when you go to get cold approach coaching, there's one specific thing that you should look out for in the coaches that you take on and hire. And this may be controversial. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shaka. This is the Man Alive channel, specifically all about how to teach single, middle-aged professional guys who are tired of dating apps how to get dates through cold approach. If this is your first time checking this stuff out, we have a bunch of content that's there. You can cycle through the videos. If you're a repeat client, repeat customer, thanks for coming back. And I hope you'll get value out of this video as well as, everything else that you've watched and entertained so far. So this point that I'm going to make about the one specific thing to watch for when you choose a coach in cold approach is based on the fact that a lot of people, a lot of guys who teach cold approach get a lot of their dates through means other than cold approach. They have multiple online dating profiles that they actively maintain, that they actively get matches on, get dates from, see these women short-term, long-term, whatever. This may seem to be common sense or common knowledge, but it's something to watch out for. When you choose a coach to help you in your cold approach journey, you really, really want to make it a point to choose someone who is online sparingly and gets the bulk of their results through cold approach. Or instead of online, maybe they do a lot of social circle. Because that can happen also. You don't want that. You want this person to get pretty much as much women as they have in their lives through cold approach. It's very, very important. The reason why it's very important is because someone who is getting the bulk of their results from something other than cold approach is probably not that good at cold approach. And this goes across the board. Like I repeated earlier, this goes for a lot of coaches. A lot of coaches out there, they have Tinder profiles and they have OKC and they have Hinge and they have, JDate. They have every app on the face of the earth. And these apps are working for them. I'm not demeaning or bashing anybody who has the apps working for them, but a lot of these guys get their dates primarily, the bulk majority of their dates through the apps. They're not that good at cold approach, but they're teaching cold approach. So there's a conflict of interest there. You want to make sure, and I'm not going to mention any names when I say this, you want to make sure that the coaches that you listen to, the coaches you employ to work for you, to help change your life in cold approach, seriously do cold approach or take cold approach seriously or incredible in cold approach. They get the majority of their results through cold approach. It's very, very key. How you do this is just ask. Ask them about how they get their results. Not only just results wise, but how do they get their results? Do you use online dating a lot? Are you heavy on apps? What is your favorite app? What app do you get the most matches and the most results from? They'll tell you. If you had to put up a ratio of of your results in cold approach versus your results in online dating versus your results in social circle, what is your ratio? Is it 70-20-10? Is it 10-90-0? What is your ratio? Right? Obviously some people will make things up, right? There are guys, this is an industry that is completely unregulated. People can say and do whatever they want in terms of being a coach. They can parade themselves however they feel like. It is what it is, right? It's not like becoming a lawyer, right? You have to pass the bar exam, and if you don't pass the bar exam, you don't get any certification, right? This industry would do better with certification, but since we don't have it, you have to do the vetting yourself. You want to know these things. If they are heavy in online dating, you say thanks but no thanks, because that's not the person that you want to teach you. You want someone who is solely focused on cold approach, who is primarily focused on cold approach, who really, at best, when it comes to online and other things, dabbles. At best. You do not want someone who has their hand in a lot of different pots. There was, in the group that I came up in, we used to always say pull from everywhere, right? Meaning, if you can meet girls online, do it. If you can meet girls through friend of a friend, acquaintance, putting you on, do it. Meet girls through cold approach, do it. But what tends to happen, and why people, a lot of coaches, a lot of guys also skew their results to online, is because overall, cold approach is absolutely the hardest way for you to meet women. Absolutely, by a country mile, as they say. Absolutely the hardest way to meet women. It takes the most patience, the most time, the most effort, the most skill, the most focus, the most discipline, the most dedication. It's going to take everything you have, right, just to get some results, let alone results that you like, let alone results that you want, let alone girls in your life that you're proud of. It's going to take everything you have. Everything. And that's not an exaggeration. I've been in 10 plus years. It's no exaggeration. It's going to take everything you got to get good at this. Which is why a lot of guys, coaches included, don't get good at this. Because they know as long as they get girls, and as long as they're decent with girls overall, regardless of how they get them, they feel that they can then double back and teach cold approach. When cold approach is a different beast altogether. Completely different animal. Completely different world that requires different things. Different thinking. Different mentality. Different focus. So I want you, wherever may be watching this, when you go choose a coach to learn from, make sure they are cold approach only. or cold approach majority. As anything less will yield you terrible results. They can't be focused in heavy in online. They got to be out here getting it done. So I hope you keep this in mind. I hope this video helped. Stay tuned. I will be dropping a little bit of infield, but people will have to sign up for it. But we'll have some infield coming soon, so you can look at it, analyze it, learn from it. Audio and video, audio and video. So probably drop them in different stages. But remember, your teacher, they gotta be infield most of the time. Because if they're not worth listening to. Unless you want a coach for online, right? That's a different story. You want someone to help you in online dating, then that's a completely different story. Then them doing online dating heavy would work. But not with approaching. So until next time, get out there and approach.